Jay, there's been a lot of conversation about the resignation of Howard University former president Claudine Gay. And she published a New York Times article where she admitted her mistakes, where they brought up, past issues of her from a plagiarism perspective and also her testifying before the hearing in October. And recently, news has come out that one of the individuals that was strongly pushing for her resignation, the wife of an Israeli board member, was also accused of plagiarism. So I want to ask you two things. One, was there too much pressure put on her to resign before her time? And then two, should politics get off the campuses of American universities?
Those are some pretty good questions. I don't know if I'm qualified to answer. I mean, of course, a lot of pressure was put on her, especially if she said that it was definitely, I think in the statement she said it was way more than what people think it is, and it was a lot of things behind the scenes that people didn't know. I think that here it is, a woman, and not just a woman, a black woman who was like, look, I don't want that smoke. This about to get even uglier, and it's not worth it for me to go through this hell. It's a good thing that she's been vindicated. Well, she's not really vindicated until she gets a formal apology and all those other things, and we'll see if that actually happens. But yeah, man, when you get up there, and this is not just people, period, and you don't say what those people want you to say and do what those people want you to do, I think it gets a little rougher on black people and a woman or whatever the case may be. But yeah, man, they gonna come at you, and they coming at you from all different. You gotta understand. Think about this, right? Somebody might think I'm reaching, but this makes sense. The Central Park 5, or exonerated 5, or whatever, right? Donald Trump did what he did to them because of the outrage. And this is what this other lady did, probably other people who haven't put their name out there, but he's a billionaire. The other person, the lady was the wife of a billionaire. They're talking about they got to find somebody that killed this white lady in Central Park. I'm going to put up $100,000 so that we can find these people. Come up, there's 5 young men. Here it is. Oh, something's going on with this lady all these years later, and here's a billionaire's wife jumping up, using her influence, running her mouth. And I guess, like I said, it's probably not just her, it's probably way more people that were saying stuff, and things started to happen. And so now it's like, now this young lady, this woman didn't go to jail, you know what I'm saying? And she just left her job, but still, this is what happens. This is normal behavior. People of power, people of influence, people of money exert their power and influence for stuff like this. And now this lady got caught with her drawers down. And so there's nothing going to happen to her for real. We know that. Mm-hmm. But everybody's just waiting to see if they actually give this woman an apology. I don't think she's getting her job back. But, just make her whole, probably financially or whatever. And we'll see what happens. As far as politics, I don't think that they're going away from long as it's Israel and Palestine. Nah, I think they're going to, they can't stay away from other people's countries about this thing, let alone what's going on in our country. So I don't think that's going nowhere. Politics is going to get wherever they feel like they need to get to, especially now. It's just different, man. And maybe it isn't. Maybe it's social media. Maybe people are highlighting this stuff a whole lot more than ever before in our lives. It could just be that. But at the end of the day, they are minding other people's business. What the hell you think they're not going to go ahead? And that's politically, this is a hot button topic. These things are hot button topics. So this can be someone getting elected. And these are the high end individuals who putting up monies, who creating super PACs and doing all these things. They know they're going to get into all the hot button topics that's going to get people to potentially vote for them this year. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. We got 11 more months, or a little under 11 more months to see the circus play out. And you better get your popcorn, get your tickets, and get you a good seat, because this is just the beginning.
So one thought came to my mind as you were speaking, so I'm gonna add this to the other questions, is should she then try to pursue either teaching or leadership at an HBCU? Should she take those resources, her connections, and possibly take it to one of those universities or colleges?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, I mean, that's a whole nother thing, man. We would need another 30 minutes. Seriously, because the HBCU thing is so screwed up. And then as black people in America, the way we look at HBCUs is so screwed up. That would seem like a good fix. It should be common sense, but common sense is not common in these situations. Like, our best and brightest for generations now, for at least two, have been told that you shouldn't go to HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? So, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Most HBCUs are not going to be able to match her salary that Harvard gave her, probably. So, if she's salary driven, that's probably not the place. You know what I mean? They're dealing with different things. Think about Deion Sanders. Everybody was mad at him. And he's like, yo, he couldn't get paid. Certain things was going on. Like, what Jackson was going through with the water crisis and all that other stuff like that. Right after that, you had Howard with rats and all that other stuff. Like, it's a lot of stuff going on in HBCUs. And when people get to a certain status in life, they don't want to deal with that. She's been at what we would call in America the creme de la creme. And so, do she feel like she wants to go back to that type of situation? I can't say, but that's the way we think about HBCUs and the way HBCUs think about black people and just the approach education and the whole way that things are set up. It's too screwed up to even know. But it's definitely not plain and simple like that with that question. No, it's not plain and simple. And I'm not the person who will be able to know, be able to tell you, because this is just too weird, man. Nothing makes sense. Nothing is just 1 + 1 = 2. I think 1 + 1 is actually equal 11 in this country right now.